Open the two brake pads so that the disc goes inside. Like so. Turn the wheel, the chain is inserted. Hi, I'm Dr. Vstrom. This video series is actually 3 parts. Remove the rear wheel, reinstall the rear wheel, and adjust and align the rear wheel and the chain for Vstrom800 RE, SE, DE and any other motorcycle that uses a similar system. This is part 2 of the video series, which is all about how to properly reinstall the rear wheel step by step and in full detail. Of course, there is a part 1 video on the proper removal of the rear wheel on your screen. There's a separate video on your screen on how to properly adjust and realign your chain once you have reinstalled the rear wheel, and also how to properly tight torque the rear wheel components like the axle nut, the ABS sensor and so on. There's a video up here on how to properly remove and reinstall the front wheel on the same motorcycles that I mentioned, so go and watch it if you need it. Regarding these maintenance tasks, they are sensitive maintenance tasks, so if you're not skilled enough, please go to your dealer and let the professionals do it. I take no responsibility, I'm just demonstrating my own methods. Clean the ABS or speed sensor ring, especially if you go off-road. Then take your clean rag and wipe off. Take your cotton buds and clean the dust seal like so. Insert one end and remove the old grease. Once done, wipe also the outer surface of the dust seal and the outer lip with a clean rag. Same for the other side where the sprocket goes. We need to ensure that this surface is clean. We have to repeat the same, meaning with the cotton buds for the other dust seal, which is on the sprocket, on the rear sprocket. So again, cotton buds, remove the old lithium grease, and then you will wipe off with a clean rag, and then we will apply lithium grease. The inner part here also needs to be cleaned. Use a clean cloth or a baby wipe and then a clean cloth. Take your lithium grease, write me on the comments and I will propose a grease, because Suzuki wants you to use Suzuki Super Grease Type A, which is lithium grease again, but it's quite expensive and I think it's very difficult to find. Put some grease inside here, press it. Don't worry, because we will remove the excess one, and also some here on the outer side. Now remove the excess grease with your finger and wipe it on a clean rag, so like so. And now the right side, this is the right side, because it has the ABS ring. Now we will install the spacer. We will apply a thin film of lithium grease just here. The grease also helps because the spacers stay in place when you install the wheel. They also protect from the elements. The narrow side inside, the wider side outside. Wipe the outer part, left side towards the movement of the motorcycle where the sprocket goes. From the other side, the sprocket has got some rubber part over here, so we will insert just a bit of lithium grease. Circular motion over here. This is another inner spacer. Inside the inner part of the sprocket over here, the silver thinner side, just a bit of lithium grease over here. Now you will see that it fits exactly inside here, look. Turn it a bit. This silver part goes here, and this part mates with this surface over here. Triangles over here that they will be inserted here, here and here. Align. The spacer is inside from the other side. Similarly, we insert lithium grease from the left side where the sprocket is inside the dust or rubber seal. We will remove the excess, wipe it out, and then we will insert the left side spacer. Remove the excess, wipe it off. Same thing as before. Left side spacer, apply a thin film of lithium grease. It will help it to stick, so when we install the wheel it will not go anywhere. Insert it. Wipe the lithium grease just from the outer surface over here. Lithium grease here, and on the threads we will put some copper anti-seize grease and apply it evenly, and then we will install the rear wheel. Please note that when you apply copper anti-seize grease, it protects from the elements, it protects from damaging threads. However, you need to torque to a different value. So Suzuki recommends for all its motorcycles, I think, the rear axle nut for 100 Newton meters, but I torque it to 80 because I use anti-seize. And again, I take no responsibility in what I am sharing right now. It's your own responsibility if you will put copper anti-seize grease and torque it to 80 Newton meters that I do. Do not do it. Either go to the dealer for the dealer to make all these tasks for you, or torque it dry to 100 Newton meters, just like the manual states. Now let's apply the lithium grease on the axle body. Just a thin film. This will help to be inserted more easily and you don't need too much. This is the area. This is the channel over here. This gets inserted here. So insert. Here you can see that I have aligned the opening almost at the end, because this is where I'm going to insert from the other side, I'm going to insert the axle, the rear axle, and I need to be on the front because the wheel needs to be on the front so that the chain has got room to get installed again back, okay? The adjuster plate, and this one, which is for the right side, it is inserted here, like so. We have placed the adjusting plates from both sides. This part goes to the back, this part with the line goes to the front. So, the rear axle, if you can see, has got these vertical lines here and here. I have marked with white, with a white dot, where this vertical line must be from the forward part. So this is to the front of the bike, this is to the back. The vertical line here matches the vertical line of the adjusting plate, you see? And that is why it stops. It acts like it functions as a stopper, you see? That's why you need to put the vertical line here. A few things have to align. The disc has to align and be inserted inside here, the pads of the caliper, inside here. One thing is that. The other thing is these openings, this one and from the other side must match the openings here. First thing we need to do is to insert the chain from the inside. Okay, hang it from the outside, insert it and hang it from the outside like so. Okay, ensure that the left spacer is in. Ensure that the right spacer is in. Ensure that the brake caliper assembly is inside the groove that I showed you. The next important part is here on this caliper bracket, and actually the brake pads that they need to be moved from either side of the disc so that the disc can be inserted inside. Flat screwdriver and gently open the two brake pads so that the disc goes inside. And now it's a matter of lifting the wheel, but when I lift the wheel, this spacer must be between from the back side of this caliper assembly, and the other one must be from the inside part of the swing arm. Let me use my foot to try and gently lift, and now we will insert the axle from the other side like so. Now let's insert the chain, push the wheel forward, turn the wheel, the chain is inserted, the adjuster plate is in place, rear axle is in place, this is the side, this is the vertical side that needs to match the vertical side of the plate adjuster. The chain is inserted as well as the spacer from the left side. The spacer from the right side is also inserted. The caliper assembly channel, the silver one that I showed you, is also inserted on the metal black part from inside the swing arm. The disc is also in between the brake pads. The adjuster plate is also here. The axle other part comes out here. Let's insert also the washer, the safety nut, temporarily. Now I will push the wheel a bit to the back, meaning I will adjust it with the adjusting nuts, for now by hand. Let's repeat from the other side now. We need to reroute the brake hose and the ABS or speed sensor cable. So get the speed sensor cable. If it's too dirty, you can use a baby wipe to remove the excess dirt, but yeah, be careful. Insert the sensor into position like so. The cable of the sensor goes on the outer side of these two clips. Okay, so insert it inside. Then let's insert also the brake hose. To properly reroute the brake hose and the ABS cable, the ABS cable is from the outer side, so this side of the clips. The brake hose is from this side, okay? There's another clip, if you remember, from part 1 of my video that you also need to clip here to secure, like so. Let's tighten the sensor. If you remember, this bolt does not have a washer. Take your socket of size 8 with the extension. You will finger tighten it. 10 Newton meters. 10. Ensure that there is some slack over here, so it's not very tight, let's say. That the ABS cable is from the outer side next to the brake hose. This part should be straight. And so now we will clip these two. Job done. Once you're ready, you take your 32 size nut and your torque wrench and you torque to 80 Newton meters with the anti-seize grease or 100 dry, like the manual states. Job done. In particular for the rear wheel, the video series consists of 3 parts, not 2 like it was for the front. The reason is the chain. So, the first part is how to remove the rear wheel, the second how to reinstall it up to the point where you put back all the components and you tie it to the correct torque, and the third part, which is the video that you need to follow after this one, is how to align the rear wheel and adjust the chain. The video link is on your screen right now for Vstrom800. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe.